All right, so this build of Amulet Titan is something we've played on stream. We played it earlier this year, but we also played it a bunch last year. We refer to it as Amulet Breach. And what this list is looking to do that's a little bit different than traditional Amulet Titan is we've got copies of Through the Breach along with Emrakul the Aeons Torn to kind of cheat things into play a little bit. But we also have Spinerock Knolls to get with our Primeval Titans when we combo them with the traditional Titan method that can find Emrakul to allow us to combo them the exact same turn.
Ugh.
Ooh. Let me just get these tweets posted and we'll be on our way. So one of the reasons why I like this build is because unlike traditional Amulet Titan, which when it combos, it often doesn't fully kill its opponent. So when it combos, it, usually just hits for like 16 points of damage and like gives its opposing combo decks a chance to kind of untap and kill you. But this deck can kind of full combo the turn it goes off when your Spinerock Knoll hits your Emrakul, which then allows you to actually kill them the turn you combo.
Did we win that last one?
We did not. We went 2-0 to 2-3.
Yeah. Yeah, but we 4-0'd 2-0, 2-0, 4-0'd to 2-3. Okay.
It's true. All right, so also I have this. I'm going to link this and tweet this later. We have a new playmat up on Inked Gaming with the Hoaglandia Jester. So I had some people requesting these.
That's a good one. So
we have the old message deleted playmat up there on Inked Gaming for people that have asked about that. Remember, you can save 12% on your orders there using code Jeff12. So I'll definitely get that added to my website later this evening. And I think this is a keep. So this hand, remember this deck plays like traditional Amulet a lot of the time. So we're gonna get to just play, land into Sanctuary, into Explore, which is nice. Custom card sleeves are basically impossible to get a good quality of, so I don't think I'm going to be looking into producing those. The companies that make them generally don't create quality products, and I really don't want to sell low quality things. You need Amulet for the Hideaway kill. Yes. To kill the same turn with the Hideaway kill, you need an Amulet. But like all of even the this version of this deck's kills involve that. So I'm actually gonna Vesuva on one here since they played a green source. And the reason for this is if my opponent doesn't do something like play a discard spell, my turn 2 would be play this, pick my land up, and then I actually have to discard to hand size, which would be bad.
What about Cavern of Souls Exploring?
The non-hollowed one version, the Bridgevine decks are just rancid matchups for the blue-red tempo deck. And no, I don't have any content that's not linked on my website. If I have relevant content about a deck list, it's linked on my site. How many times do we get asked about Pact for Emrakul this match? Probably a lot. Sure, yeah, and I'm telling you that I don't have content anywhere. Doesn't exist currently. And believe it or not, I don't have all the deck lists on my website memorized, so I don't have a good answer to you for what do I do. We'll pick the Horizon Canopy back up, which is Vesuva here. It's not bad. Hopefully this Demonic Tutor can find an Amulet next turn. Pact for Amulet. We do need an Amulet here, so Pact for Amulet would be a good line. Actually, it's possible I should have picked the Cavern of Souls back up, because if they play Thalia next turn, this turn I actually can't Stirrings and play Amulet because I don't have an untapped land. Hey, Blazing Gunner, thanks for the brand new Prime support there. I appreciate that. Thanks for keeping me employed here. All right, well that's a lot of power, but it doesn't mean I can store things into Amulet at least.
We've got 2 cards left, so even if their follow-up is like Manus Rider, we've still got 3 turns.
So I'm gonna go ahead and stir here. If we don't find Amulet, I might just go... Okay, we found Amulet, so I don't have to worry about that. I say if I missed on this Amulet, I might just Pact for Azusa. But because I found the Amulet, I'm just gonna go ahead and put this into play, obviously. And then I'm gonna go ahead
for Azusa.
So the thing to remember is Azusa only nets you 4 mana.
Right.
Because she costs, yeah.
+1. Okay. Is it... Okay.
So I could put Azusa into play this turn, but then I have to pay for the pack next turn. But I guess if I do that, that loses to Reflector Mage pretty badly. So I think I'm just supposed to Sanctuary, pick this up past the turn. Do you find that uploading to YouTube all the matches had a strong impact? Yes, definitely, Ness. There are a number of people I know for a fact, and if you look at other people that stream Magic on Twitch, I think the fact that I have such a strong content presence on YouTube is one of the reasons why I have so many Twitch subscribers in proportion to like my number of average viewers. Because like people like Kenji and Caleb have a lot higher viewer count than I do, but like I actually have more subs than Kenji, and I have like a similar number of subs to Caleb.
Came to Twitch from YouTube. That's probably like a fair amount of...
Yeah, I know for a fact that I have a lot of people that come to my content from YouTube stuff too. Like, a lot of my big donors too. Nivik, Anaronix, all those folks found me through YouTube.
Get Sakama here. Can we kill him?
Yeah, Caleb has a lot more subs than Kenji. I have more subs than Kenji as well at this point. At least if the sub count that Kenji keeps on his screen is accurate, we both do at this point. I came from YouTube since I ran out of stuff to watch. I didn't stream over the weekend, so that's very, very possible. All right, so this is one of those situations where, you know, we're gonna hope to find our thing, right? So I get to go ahead and play this Vesuva out. Copy this bounce land. Do this. So this is gonna untap. Well, so YouTube doesn't directly automatically do that though, Gengar, because like you have to find the YouTube channel, right? So like that was more channel Fireball helping you find Caleb, more so than just like him having a YouTube, right? Because like Caleb like explicitly doesn't have a YouTube presence.
Well, yes, I would like to use it.
I would in fact like to go get Boros Garrison plus Slayers Stronghold here.
Were we supposed to get Spinerock Knoll there?
No, we get it when we attack.
Oh, right, and then we
Right,
do
yep.
it on the next one. Okay,
Yep.
okay.
Always get this first when you have Amulet.
Yep.
One more quarter, and I shall be knighted to defend the realm from heathens. Thank you, Vex, for the 8-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome. Welcome back. So we're going to go ahead and do this now in response to the bounce trigger, because I'm going to pick the Slayer Stronghold up. Now we get to go ahead and attack.
Vigilance, yay.
And then I believe the Knolls are, we only have to deal 7, right? You only have to deal 7, so that means their one defense blocker here is not going to be good enough. So now these
Two of them.
So now these Spinerock Knolls give us 8 looks to find an Emrakul here. Yes, you have 2 of them. Of course you have 2 of them. It's sweet.
Each other.
You get 8 looks, yeah. So if we find an Emrakul like that, so now that one has an Emrakul under it, right?
Can we put an Emrakul under the other one too? Just, you know, for posterity's sake.
Yeah, just, you know, get a backup one just in case. Sure, whatever.
Jeff.
And again, like, if we were playing, like, the traditional Amulet Titan build here, we wouldn't be winning this turn, right? And instead, I now get to cast this and take an extra turn.
Whee! Oops.
This is all I got. Start my next turn.
Me? Is it me?
Is it me? Is it my turn now?
Me? Oops. What happened?
Boop. Just boop him. Boop him on the nose. Oh, he was dead anyways. Whatever. Whatever. It's fine.
Make it stop.
We're gonna have so many triggers, chat. Keep killing him. He's dead already. Please stop. Have mercy.
Can we make sure? I was gonna say we should have saved the bog, made him Annihilator first.
Oh, and then yeah, just for posterity's sake.
I guess we could. Oh, we already played a land this turn.
Yeah, this build of Amulet is definitely one of my favorites. And like one of the things, again, we talk about how the queue is out of its slowed state, so submit your decks away. We pulled it out of the slowed state today, in fact.
Fire spout seems.
So one of the things we always talk about on stream is like when you're making changes to established decks, you want to be solving problems and doing them with specific reasons. And I think this deck does that in that it allows you to kill combo decks the turn you combo so you don't give them an extra turn. And Through the Breach actually lets you play through Blood Moon really well, because you can breach a Primeval Titan and get your basic forests out. Or you can just breach Wurm or breach Emrakul and kill them.
Is that good?
Alright, so Bog and Cavern are not very useful here. Radiant Fountain is... in Amulet Titan, often you will board out one land in matches where... you'll board out a land in matches where some of your utility lands aren't particularly useful. Explorer's kind of a filler card that's also pretty mediocre against Thalia, so I'm going to go ahead and trim that. That leaves me 2 more cuts here. Honestly, maybe the Through the Breach plan is a little bit mediocre here, so maybe I want to like trim Worldspine, trim Through the Breach. I could see that being true. Like, trying to resolve a 5-mana non-creature spell could be tough.
Yep.
I also love that this deck specifically, if you hate Celestial Colonnade decks, this deck regularly just gets to 15 mana and just casts Emrakul. Nice Celestial Colonnade deck. Just like, take my extra turn, untap, attack you.
We done here?
We done, yeah.
I think we're good.
Moving on along. Alright, I think this is good. It's possible that these are worth keeping in, but I'm not actually sure. This definitely isn't a matchup that I've played a ton with this iteration of the deck. Yeah, this is probably one of the most competitive toolbox decks in Modern. It's very, very reasonable.
Oh.
This hand is great. Needs a couple more lands, but it's very reasonable. We've got this to interact with our 2-drops. Most of their disruptive creatures cost 2. We've got a Tribe Scout into an Azusa Lost but Seeking. Just very, very reasonable curve here.
Stop with those reasonable curves.
I just played a friendly Modern League while I played against 4 Bogle decks. Friendly. Opponent has mulliganed to 5 here, looking for some specific interaction, most likely. Ooh, I found a piece of candy, Kent. I found a piece of candy. Meme hype. Thank you for the 3-month resub there, Y2K. I appreciate that. Welcome back.
Oh, I need to go set up even more things.
Yeah, if you want to take 5.
Oh no, not. I just need to get the auto hosting and then some other small things like that. But,
yep.
And then have Inkling change the hex back to like anything else in my thumbnail image.
Yep. What are your thoughts on a 1-of Mana Leak somewhere in the board of blue-red tempo? I think the decks that I want... that type of effect against, I'd rather just have a different counterspell Captain Obvious. I'd rather have a counterspell that like gets better as the game goes along.
Tap for a mana, put it back into play. Tap for a mana, EE.
Yes, that's actually really good. Alright, so we get to float mana here, pick up the Gemstone Mine.
I'm helpful.
You are helpful on occasion.
I am. Then they're going to Rex Sages and we're going to vomit everywhere, but that's fine.
They play the new one now.
Knight of Automos.
Knight of Automos. So I get to put this back into play. Now I get to make any color other than this. And the other thing about this is there's so many 2-drops in the human stack that like this is a card that I'm like reasonably just gonna like kind of keep on the table for a little bit to like stunt their development. Yeah, I'm actually a big fan of Ionize, Captain Obvious. I think I'm gonna start with at least 2 Ionize. I might even test Ionize in the main deck, honestly. I think that card's like very reasonable in blue-red.
Yeah, Dep, that was on. I worked with Jeff, did some Hex Heroes, made some Hex content, top 8'd a Bash or something. So.
Is Knight of Autumn really better than Rex Sage in humans? Yeah, I think it is. And like, humans usually has a pretty easy time generating white mana. It's the green mana that can be harder. So the white is like more free than the green. And like, you were already making green for Rex Sage, so like making green for Knight of Autumn's not a big deal. Could I have played out Azusa and then played the E as well? No, I don't. The Gruul Turf comes into play tapped. So without Amulet, remember the bounce lands come into play tapped.
We're gonna get kind of gross this turn though with the old pop.
Wow. All right, so we just like we just
calm, breathe. So do you put one amulet?
Yeah,
in
I have
play?
to put an amulet into play. So I put an amulet in, and then I do this.
But you bounce.
I'm gonna bounce a bounce land. So okay, so this untaps. I float the mana.
Bounce itself.
I picked this up. The mage was naming Amulet of Vigor, and then I put this into play.
Okay.
And then this bounce land makes 4 mana, and then Azusa then makes 8 mana, so we can Hornet Queen this turn, and then we can actually Emrakul next turn. You just like, we were a few times like the double amulet draws, you just like cast Emrakul. They're just so good. So we have 2 here, and this makes 8 more. Just like, we're gonna cast Hornet Queen on turn 3 here, and then like, next turn we're gonna just like cast Emrakul.
That is all of our extra lands. Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, so this bounce land is worth, we have 4 land drops next turn basically, so this is worth 16 mana all on its own. I mean, even this queen, this is probably a concession queen on its own, but like, we get to cast Emrakul next turn. Yeah, thank God there aren't Stoneforge Mystics on the other side of the table, chat. God bless you, Aaron Forsyth and Ian Duke, keeping us safe and protected here in Modern. Oh no! Oh no! Well, that's incredibly rude.
So now it's only worth 1. Okay.
Drawing a braid, right?
Wow. Yeah.
Now I am sad. So this is only worth 2 mana per play now. So I only have, this is only plus 8 mana. So I have 8, 9, 10. So I have 11. So we're not quite lethal yet, but we're getting there.
Team? Even these get to scout it out?
Am I for unbanning? I think it is absurd that Stoneforge Mystic is banned in Modern. Things like this happen on the regular in this format, so keeping it banned doesn't make a whole lot of sense in my opinion.
For the amount of games in Legacy where you go turn 2 Stoneforge and they go, okay, kill you. Like,
I mean, compared to KCI and Shrine, where Stirring is absurd, I found Stirrings to be medium in Amulet. Yeah, I think that's true. I mean, all right, so we have a game here until we find a way to get rid of this. It's pretty good. Pretty good back-to-backs there.
that's okay. We'll just get this Emrakul going.
Yep. So we're looking for explosives or explosives or a braid. Let us put Emrakul into play.
Titan's also pretty decent.
Splinter Twin, Pod, Stoneforge, all these cards should probably be legal.
Ooh. That's an EE, right? You have to play.
So the problem is, if I use this to get explosives, I then don't have a bounce land in my hand. So I can play this, float mana, and then use the Gruul Turf to bounce it, is the way this gets engineered explosives.
Yeah.
But then I end not having a Gruul Turf in my hand is the issue. Chat, you play this card, and then it makes 2 blue mana.
Blue.
So I can do this. I can do this that way.
What about getting Pact, getting Titan?
So can I do that? So if I do this, this is one of my land drops. And then it uses this Gruul Turf plus the mana from this. This Gruul Turf. So I have 3 more land drops past the Tolaria West. So this generates 6 colorless off those 3 land drops. Right?
And then we need to be able to make red-white.
I actually don't have a Ballista in my 75. So but that's enough though, right? Because this makes 3 to transmute this, and then this makes 6 total, which means I have the Titan is effectively 7 because it costs 1 more with the Damping Sphere in play. Are we transmuting Vertebrate? Asking the real questions. So I can't bounce 2 lands. I have green on the Gemstone Mines here. I have green and green. Yeah, so okay, so I'm gonna put a Titan into play this turn is what we're gonna do. So this is land drop 1. And then this is gonna return itself to my hand. Then I'm going to go ahead and activate this and put the Gruul Turf into play. You can't, because when I put Titan into play this turn, I'm giving you a timeout. So mods be ready to time that person out when I put Titan into play this turn. Then I'm going to bounce this to my hand. Then I'm going to play this Tolaria West. This is my second land drop for the turn. I'm going to go ahead and untap this. And now I'm going to play this Gruul Turf again, which is going to allow me to bounce the Tolaria West to my hand.
Good suggestion to get another basic forest.
Yes, correct.
Good protection. Thank you for the suggestion. That's a good one.
Now I get to transmute this. So now I have a Summoner's Pact, which gets me Primeval Titan, which I can cast because it costs me. Okay, so go ahead and time that person out, please. Where are they at? Where are they at?
OYZAR. You can't cast Titan this turn. There you go. Down one more. There you go.
There we go. Got him.
There you go.
Can't cast Titan this turn.
Night. Good effort, Marty. Good effort.
It's okay to be wrong. It's not okay to be aggressively wrong. Sadistic, thank you for the 8-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome back.
Forest and a Gruul Turf here. Like a bounce land just to put it back in our hand.
I mean, I could just get like Forest plus Gemstone Mine. I get Khalni Garden as a blocker.
That's all that is fine. I'm not worried about any of that. Definitely, yeah. Is that just better though? 2 cards? Yeah, that's better. You're right. Like they don't. What do they do? Like bounce the Titan?
Yeah, that's true. So I'm gonna go ahead and just grab 2 of these. I think.
Yep. Yeah, I like all the green sources. I think that's smart.
We can attack technically. No, I've used all my land drops up, right, Edgar? It's like I don't have a way to make. Oh, I could get Slayers Stronghold and Gemstone Mine and attack with it, but I don't think I want to attack my Titan into their Hornet Queen. That's a good. I didn't think about being able to attack with the Titan, but you're definitely right that I could. Sphere does not make Slayer Stronghold produce colorless. It still has its ability. The lands still have their text. They just don't tap for multiple mana. You know, I could get Gemstone Mine because I have double Amulet out and do it that way.
Yep, because it comes into play tapped.
Correct. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack with the tokens here.
What about the second one though, getting Spinerock Knoll?
That's just like not useful yet. I definitely want to like insulate and have as much green as possible here, I think, just in case like something bad happens that I'm not thinking about.
Sure.
Like play around something like super savage like Magus of the Moon. I love when Chad is aggressively wrong. Yeah, yep. You've streamed a little bit, right, Edgar? You're used to that? Aggressively wrong is like Twitch chat somehow.
Yep. Oh, we could Slayer their Hornet Queen. That's kind of funny.
Oh, yeah, that's probably the line next turn, right?
Get out.
Oh, they're trading with it. That's smart.
All right.
This is good. This is a good line on the opponent's part. Trading off the Phantasmal Image
This one
first.
stinks.
We went 2-0 into 2-3 with the Token Storm deck. Really? That's interesting that they didn't block any of the other ones. It seems good for us. I think Amulet Titan is going to have a more difficult time in Modern since GRN came out. Assassin's Trophy and Ego are good against this deck. So actually, it's funny to mention that. I actually think that this build is probably better against Unmoored Ego because of the Breach Emrakul plan that you get to execute. And decks that play Assassin's Trophy tend to be good matchups for a deck like this. I think Assassin's Trophy as a consideration could be a reason to potentially fit a third basic land and even a fourth basic land into the 75, but I don't think like decks that tend to be favorable for this deck becoming more popular make it bad, even if they have a slightly better tool to be okay against it. Yeah, post board against any deck playing Ego, you can also diversify threats in any build of this.
I'm gonna take a phone call in like 20 minutes. Woohoo.
About to drive 95 miles to talk to the college I'm going to. Sounds fun. 95's a long way. I hope you're not planning to commute that, are you? The old hour-and-a-half drive.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
I don't know that you want to cut the Worldspine Wurm. I think the worm's pretty important. Cause Worldspine Wurm gives you one worm is like 5 worms basically because of your what's it called? This hand's really good with a Keru, and we have Demonic Tutor, so we're probably gonna draw a Keru.
You also get to put Amulet in play on 1.
Yeah, we'll see what they do here. They're on the play, so if they're an Inquisition deck, they might take away some of our choices.
No!
Battle of Wits is unplayable on Magic Online for a lot of the same reasons as unplayable in paper. Because it's impossible when you're searching your deck because Magic Online goes very slowly. Breach Worm is the gift that keeps on giving. It really is. It really is. This deck's got a lot of spine, right? What do we need Grove of the Burnwillows for? Yeah, I could see trimming a Grove to make room for another forest. Basically, the Grove is just extra insulation to make sure you have red sources consistently. I'm a big fan of getting to cast my spells. So looking for a Keru here so we can reset this Gemstone Mine.
Oh.
Boros Garrison is not the ideal Keru, but beggars won't be choosers.
Do we
Just pass here.
put the nerd in play? So it's like a Gemstone Mine back in.
I might actually Vesuva this Overgrown Tomb.
Oh, that's fair. Yep. Green sources are good.
Green sources are great. They're more than good. They're great. A little bit of...
The Vesuva is another Keru, though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's but I need 2 green, right? And I don't have 2 green at the moment.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
You're at 5 mana. If you copy Tomb, you need any land as opposed to a green source. I think I like the copy Tomb here.
That seems fair.
It's gonna offer me to pay 2 life. Don't pay it. Not only do we not need it untapped, but it'll still be tapped. I love this build of this deck. I don't know if it's good, but I love it. I can't. Unfortunately, this is if this was an untapped land, we could just Emrakul them this turn. But like,
you just put 5.
No, this is
I'm
this
dumb.
is tapped. Yeah,
I'm dumb. I'm dumb. I was like, wait, that's lands, Jeff. You have 5 land drops. I'm dumb. Wish we could have transferred.
For all the questions I've asked in the past 10 minutes, just want to say I'm very glad you're piloting and not me. This deck's sweet. And like the sweet part here is like, right, like my opponent,
What do they do?
my opponent, even like a Thoughtseize isn't good enough here, right? Because they like either take the Titan or they take part of the breach, then like one part helps find the other. No, don't deal 6 damage to me, please. How will I ever win the game after you do that, opponent? Oh no, please stop. Mercy, mercy. Don't cast another big scary Tarmogoyf. Don't cast another big scary Tarmogoyf, please, no. Oh, look at that. Look at that. You got all the way up to 8 permanents. It's pretty impressive.
Tear it up.
It's a lot of permanents over there.
Jeff, can you make sure you swing with the Scout and the Azusa? So if they think they're not dead,
Yep.
they gotta keep the spirit.
Yep.
Thanks.
Thank you for putting that on.
Yeah.
I probably would have missed it. For 100, would you add a league with Kent piloting JAC for the finale? Yeah, we could probably make that happen, Nivik. We can probably make that happen.
On a side note, that sounds horrible.
Alternatively, Nivik, if you don't want Kent to make Kent do it on this stream today, on Thursday, Kent's going to be streaming immediately after me and would probably play JAC on his stream for less than that.
Yeah, for sure.
Kent's going to be looking for donation decks. All right, so what are we doing here? So, Bog is probably pretty okay in this matchup because of Lingering Souls and stuff like that. I think I want Radiant Fountain. Cavern of Souls doesn't do a whole lot. Hornet Queen is great here. Explosives is fine. Are you going to be doing $10 donation decks like I do?
Yeah. I'm gonna donation decks. I just have to figure out in the next day or two, literally in the next like 24 hours, just what my card availability is gonna be. If I have access to whatever I need on Moto, which I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be able to find. I'm not worried about. We're gonna go towards donation decks definitely on Thursday for Moto, and Tuesday we'll be doing more Arena. Same thing though, donation decks there too.
Yeah, I think Tracker's good. I don't think this is a Ruric Thar matchup because Ruric Thar can often be smaller than Tarmogoyf in this matchup. I think Trimming Explorer is kind of the filler card that you pull a lot in this deck. Hornet Queen's very good against all these fair decks that are trying to grind you out. I think I like the extra explosive for both clearing away their Lingering Souls tokens and killing their powerful 2-drops.
Hey, Gripped. Yeah, you crushed me. Oh, friend. Venser. Oh, jeez.
Right. So yeah, I think that's good. You can find Kent right here at twitch.tv/Kent Ketter. And on Tuesdays and Thursdays when he's going to be going live right about the time that I'm ending, so I'll be hosting his channel when he's done. So Kent's going to be live again here with me tomorrow on my channel, and then he's flying back to the West Coast. So Thursday will be the first day that we have Hoagland into Ketter. This looks sweet.
Future troll equity. And I will get the donation queue up, or some semblance of one up after the stream today, and I'll make sure it's visible on my stream and through this tomorrow.
That's interesting. An interesting idea. Like maybe we cut through the breach because they're a 2-card combo against like a Liliana deck.
Yeah.
I could see that. Like maybe like trim the worms and the breaches. I don't think I want to trim the Emrakuls because I like the Spinerock Knoll plan. But I think maybe those would give me like 4 easy slots that would let me put like put some of these other cards back in my deck. What the fuck? Did I just auto pass my turn?
Yep.
right, we're gonna try again here with the correct sideboard plan. I'm try again here. I'm gonna blame Kent on that one.
Blame me! I was just about to say he didn't discard us on one.
I'm gonna blame Kent up for that one. All right. Put these explorers back in. We'll leave this Azusa in. I just leave the worm in because it's castable.
What about Ruric Thar?
No, I don't think Ruric Thar's good enough.
Oh, because they just take 6 and kill it. Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. They block it a lot of the time too.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Good question, Edgar. Could you explain your thought process there for the stream?
For the stream, yep. It was step 1, be distracted. Step 2, be too vigilant with the hotkeys.
I was just gonna say, and somebody said it in chat. Your hands have been ridiculous.
Shut up. My hands are great.
Wow. Keep.
I mean, the sand needs a green source, but it's like pretty good with a green source rate. Just like with a bounce land, it's pretty absurd.
To 5, our opponent's joining us.
Worldspine Wurm is only 11 mana. Thank you very much, Gengar. Please don't undersell my good friend Worldspine Wurm. Please don't undersell Worldspine Wurm. He's worked very hard. Oh, look at that. Would you look at that?
Don't Spinerock Knoll, please.
Yeah, I know.
Cool.
I got it. Yep.
Cool. Do you? You did. Nailed it.
We're keeping Emrakul in because it's castable.
Off a Spinerock Knoll.
And we can get for 15 mana too.
Right.
But we can also like Spinerock Knoll it. I guess it's a little bit harder to Spinerock Knoll in this matchup because you have to like connect and not get blocked. But a lot of times people like aren't chumping your Primeval Titan, so I've got that going for me.
Both of them.
Yeah, I think I just like put both of these into play, right? Because that way, if they like Inquisition me and I rip a green source, we just like Titan them and like go. I think when we played this deck previously, our record was generate 15 mana, cast Emrakul on like turn 4. Yeah, you can like turn 3 or 4 cast Emrakul in this deck for sure. Just like multiple Amulet, Karus, use the hands.
Dead you.
And like, even if they like Trophy and Amulet here, like that's a win for us, right? Please be Inquisition, please be Inquisition. Yes!
The little things.
Karu.
Do we have like tapped green lands that matter?
Looking for a Gruul Turf, looking for a Simic Growth Chamber. So this unfortunately does not cast it this turn. We'll only have 5 mana. Don't Maelstrom Pulse me, bro. Oh, you know what? I should have held this.
Mm-hmm, because that's mana.
No, I should have held it because of Liliana the Veil.
Oh, shit.
I should hold this for Liliana the Veil. That's true. Playing it gives us Khalni Garden as an out to cast the Titan next turn, but I think they're more likely to have Liliana than I am to do that.
Or 1 to their 3 of.
Yep.
Or
3 or 4 of, yeah.
Yeah, or like Cake. I don't know. There's other discarded card effects. Raven's Crime.
Simic is still a Titan if they Lily. That's true. They don't have a land. All right. Karu, please. Green Karu, please. Yep.
So Knoll stays active, right?
Yes, it does.
Oh, friend.
Oh, friendo. Friendo.
We'll want to get the West back in our hand in a later sequence.
No, we're gonna like triple Titan them right now because we have 3 amulets.
Yeah, but
this Titan gets Growth Chamber Tolaria West, which makes blue and green, and then you cast another Titan, and then you cast another Titan.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, with triple, it's literally guaranteed. They can't path us out of this.
Correct. Yeah, because then your Slayers Stronghold comp does it for all 3 of them. Yeah, we have to attack with 3 Primeval Titans this turn. Yeah, I'm aware of the auto stack bug. So Squadron Titans are go. Squadron Titans are go. Oh no! Please don't path exile me, opponent. How will I ever win the game now? Oh no! Please not a Doomblade. Mercy.
Wait, no! It's not a Doomblade. They ritual us.
They did give us a ritual in a way. Don't mind me. Just gonna be hanging out here, making some mana. Yep. Pathnet 3 mana. Go Squadron Titan. Thank you for the 5-month resub there. I appreciate it. You know, I'm just gonna get like absurd amounts of mana here because I already have a Tolaria West in place. Let's just like do this. Don't mind me. Just making absurd amounts of mana. Whoop. 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 I'll pick this one up. I'll do this. I'll pick this one up.
Yeah.
Transmute this one. Get a Summoner's Pact. Cast my Summoner's Pact. Get my Primeval Titan. Oh, and you know what? I'm actually just gonna be able to get Worldspine Wurm with the last pact and just attack very. We've got lethal a lot of different ways. Chat is basically what this is gonna come down to here. Simic, Growth Chamber, Tolaria West. There are links to my sideboard guides on my website, jeffhoagland.com/decklists. All of my relevant content for decks that are on my website is linked there.
Opponent has F6 and enjoyed the Twitch chat experience now.
Yep. All right, then we pick this one up. We transmute this one.
We probably shouldn't use green mana going forward.
Probably get another summoner. Dude, I got all this here unused. It just
doesn't matter.
It just doesn't matter. Get a Primeval Titan.
We only have one more Summoner's Pact, right?
Yeah. I have one more Tolaria West. That's fine. I'm gonna get the Slayers Stronghold.
Okay.
Just for the sake of clock equity, I'm gonna go get Slayers Stronghold here. I'm gonna grab Boros Garrison. So I would like the record to reflect that I'm aware that I could go get more stuff here. So this is the trick. So what you have to do here is you have to stack. This is a moto bug. It's not a online thing. So you have to stack the Slayer Stronghold triggers on the stack first, because once you click the Boros Garrison trigger, it auto stacks the Amulet triggers and stacks them in the wrong way.
Yep.
So it untaps the Slayer Stronghold before your Boros Garrison. So we would give these Titans haste, then we'd attack them, and then we'd Emrakul off the Spinerock Knoll. And it doesn't matter that we auto-passed through my first turn in the second game, because we killed them anyways. Alright, how we doing, folks? Welcome. My name's Jeff Hogan. I'm joined by Kent Kenner. We're hanging out here playing some Magic the Gathering this afternoon. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. Kent's one of my buddies from the SCG Tour. We played the Open in Columbus this weekend together. He's going to be diving into some streaming himself here soon. You'll be able to find his stuff hosted through all of mine at twitch.tv/Kent Ketter. If you enjoy my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. My subscribers are the people that keep me employed here full-time. I wouldn't be here day in and day out without their wonderful support. I love streaming Magic, but they are the folks that keep me employed. They are the reason I'm able to stream Magic as often as I do. Past subscribing, you can also support my content by checking out some of my very wonderful sponsors. MTGOtraders.com. I'd love to buy and sell some Magic online cards soon. If you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there with them. CoolStuffInc.com buy and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles using promo code Jeff5. You can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, and Warhammer cards with them. BCW Supplies would love to help you protect your very valuable Magic the Gathering cards and other gaming accessories using code Jeff10 at bcwsupplies.com. You can save 10% on your purchases of sleeves, deck box, and all sorts of other great stuff there with them. And of course, Lisa would like to get you on your way to a better night's sleep. Christy and I have been sleeping with Lisa for the last 3 months now and really love it. I don't think we'd ever go back to a traditional pillow top mattress. You can save $160 or more on your new mattress purchase with them by checking out links bit.ly/HoogelBedUS and bit.ly/HoogelBedCA. All right. At any rate, we are working our way up here. We are 2-0 with this Through the Breach Amulet Titan deck. We're gonna wrap this league up here with 3 more matches. Then we've got a league with Chad Nauseum before we're done with the day. Thanks everyone for hanging out.
Chad Nauseum.
Everyone's having a good Monday wherever you're at in the world. Remember, if you're curious to see more of not only this variation of Amulet Titan, but Amulet Titan in general, you can find a deck list page for this on my website, as well as lots of videos of it on my YouTube channel. Will Kent be providing complimentary timeouts? I don't know. That's a tough question.
On my channel, absolutely. On Jeff's channel, probably. I mean, you know.
So this hand is like thoroughly broken and absurd if we had a land that wasn't a Karu in it, but unfortunately we can't keep a hand with no non-bounce land in it.
We're on the draw?
We are on the draw.
It's the top card, you're fine. Oh, it's Danny.
Hey, Dio. Dio10, thank you very much for the brand new Twitch Prime support there. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch. Thanks for supporting mine with that. I'm not allowed to keep this, right?
Oh, no, not at all.
It's just like Stone Cold Broken with the land, though.
Yeah, right? Sure. But
It's so Stone Cold Broken.
then they Inquisition you and... Yeah. I'm willing to bet a timeout. I love it.
So we have 8, 9, so we have 18 hits in our deck. All right, I'm gonna make this decision the same way I make all my decisions, chat. By doing math. Oh, this is really easy. There's only this 18. It's 18 out of 53. 18 out of 53 is like really low. We're less than a coin flip. We're 33%. We're 1 in 3.
Get out of here with that.
Do we think we're do I think I'm guaranteed to win this game if we hit the land?
All right. I'm watching chat for 5 more minutes for timeouts.
Am I guaranteed to win this game if I hit the land?
Somebody offered to bet a timeout. They'd wager one timeout.
I think if we hit it, we're like pretty locked to win.
Are we though? Like, they go discard.
Yeah, they're just like playing burn.
What if they're
We're
playing...
56% to hit in 2. I'm gonna keep up. Listen, chat. We're technically like undefeated in games played, so let's just like risk it for the biscuit. Listen, for all the haters and the non-believers out there, this one goes out to you. This one goes out to you. I get by with a little help from my friends.
I read the first line of, you can't win with this hand, period. No Stoneforge mistake. Good comment. That's a good use of lines in Twitch chat.
Look at that.
You get a bonus for that one. You did another MTG. Oh, man, hold on.
Listen, Magic's a tough game, okay? I don't know if I'm disappointed or impressed. Uh-oh. Okay, this is only 5. Okay, it's a good hit. Was I supposed to Azusa there? Yeah, I was supposed to Azusa there, wasn't I? Yeah, I think I messed up. I should have Azusa there. The answer to most questions on why didn't you make the good play is because I missed it.
Hey, Yef.
Yep.
We're gonna Teton them next turn.
Oh, no, we're not guaranteed to Titan them next turn. Azusa's only plus 4 mana.
But you have 2 in play.
So I have 2, and this makes
4.
2.
Oh,
so that puts me at 4.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, so I have 1 left, so Azusa's, yeah. So if I would have put Azusa into play this turn, I could have ended, like, I'd have to pay for a pact next turn, but I would pay for a pact plus have this Gruul Turf with the Azusa, and then I'd be able to Titan. It's another long stream today. I'm not doing like 12 hours, but we are going longer than normal today, yep. Wow, that's brutal. Yes, I could have Titaned this turn and killed them. But I messed up, so now I'm dead. Yeah, I'm just dead, right?
So we have 1 mana remaining. Can we get a Azusa and pop? Oh, they're at 3. Yeah, those are too big. Okay.
Yeah, I should have gotten Azusa last turn.
Only there was a green creature in your deck that generated a mana.
Hey, where's my spirit guide? Can I get an Elvish spirit guide here? I don't believe 2 is used in the same turn works how we needed to there.
Yeah, it's 2 additional lands on each turn. So there's never a point in time where that number reads 4 and you get to I mean, I guess if you have Mirror Gallery.
Yeah, if you have Mirror Gallery out, then it could work how you want it to. So I think on the play against my opponent's deck, Titan would have been able to kill on the back of Spinerock Knoll, most likely extras. So I would have given myself a chance to kill them. So I don't think, well, Ghost Radiant Fountain definitely comes in over this bog. I don't think that I want to bring in a Braids on the play. I think I just want to be more linear.
Fire Spell.
So I'm just going to click submit like this, and then on the draw, I'll bring in things like Fire Spout, a Braid, and the extra explosives. Yeah, on the draw, I'm going to trim the Explorers and bring in some interaction.
It's a fair point that their life total, like, is...
Yeah, they hammer their health total.
Mm-hmm.
Do I add the token deck to the meme section? Normally I like try to play decks at least 2 times before I add them there.
All right, I gotta go be a responsible adult and take phone calls about like jobs and stuff.
Go get employed.
Want me to come back with snacks or anything? You good?
No, I'm doing okay after lunch. We'll just eat dinner tonight.
Cool.
Is this a Ruric Thar matchup? I don't think so, because their creatures can just like get bigger and block Ruric Thar. They have Damping Sphere. No, I'm not expecting the opponent's deck to have Damping Sphere, because they're a deck that plays multiple spells in the same turn. Like on the back of their Bushwhackers and stuff. Nope. Team formats also tend to like... team formats, while playing team formats, people tend to be very risk adverse, because the results of their matches like impact their friends and teammates. So there's generally less interesting things being played. Zentis, thank you for the Twitch Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for the half a year. What's your take on Wizards not sponsoring existing Magic streamers for their arena push? I don't know. It kind of sends the message that like they don't think arena is for existing Magic players, right? I don't know. I think it's just like another like of their many various like lazy import decisions. It's like not understanding what they're doing. Like showing people who already are willing to give you money your new product to see if they want to give you money for it is probably smart. You know the drill. You take the bits, I take the timeout. Gotcha. Thank you for the support. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop my Gemstone Mine into play here, I think. So what I'm doing, it might be better to Tolaria West this turn, huh? I was gonna Gemstone Mine. Yeah, the sub icon's got a small refresh. They're still the same like theme and picture, but they look a little bit different now. All right, so now I just put Tolaria West into play here. No, that's not true. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to transmute the Tolaria West. Get Summoner's Pact, and then I can Pact for Worldspine Wurm and Breach Worm them next turn. I guess I could also cast Titan, but like Breach Worm probably kills them, right? Thanks, Speckle Fighter. Playing opens every once in a while is a good time. So I'm not sure I'm gonna make it out to too many more team ones, but I'm not a huge fan of the team format. I think if standard stays good, I might do like Dallas next year, and I'm definitely doing the Invitational in December. They could have Path out of their board. That's a good thing to point out. Why Dallas? Because Dallas is a standard open. So if standard stays like a format that seems sweet, I would like to go play it. All right. Well, they tapped out a path and they put themselves into Worldspine Wurm range. This is attacking for 11, 12, 13. Why not one of the modern opens? I don't know, because sweet standard is sweet. So if standard stays good, I will enjoy. I usually enjoy playing that format. I think I'm blocking here. Just like trying not to get burned out. Also, there isn't an individual modern open until much later in the year. Like, I think the first individual modern open next year is like in what's it called? Like April or May. Most of the opens next year are team opens. SCG's not really an individual tour anymore. If they had another creature, another MTG player, they would have played it out pre-combat because the Bushwhacker would have given it haste. So they didn't have another creature. Why are they so big on team opens? I have no idea. I assume the attendance is good. Usually they make their decisions based on numbers. All right, so on the draw, I'm going to board in these interactive elements because I don't think I can lean into being purely linear on the draw in this matchup. Yeah, and the open that's pure modern in January is in a location that costs an absurd amount of money to get to, whereas flights to Dallas are usually pretty affordable. New standard seems awesome. I'm looking for. We're playing standard every Tuesday on this channel, so I'm actually looking forward to playing more standard in Arena tomorrow. So I have two cuts I have to make here. I will ping you, Zach. In fact, I thought about that. I know a number of people in Dallas, and if you have a spot, if I end up going, I would love to crash. We'll see. February is still pretty far out. And like I said, it'll probably depend on like how good standard is at that point. I could cut some Emrakuls here. Yeah, I could see that. I think cutting an Azusa is probably fine. I'm gonna trim an Emrakul. Like, I feel like I probably don't need, like, putting the Titan into play is probably good enough most of the time. Oh yeah, I'm not doing the one in 2 weeks. Yeah, that's too many opens too close to me. I don't want to take that many days off of streaming. So this hand is really good with is just okay with a land. Like, I don't even think we're anywhere near guaranteed since we don't have a Titan, so I'm definitely gonna go ahead and mulligan this. This hand is not amazing, but I think it's keepable. It is very good with that. So we get to play Amulet out, and then we get to Ancient Stories and find a bounce land here, hopefully. When do we get merch? I need it by early January. I'm going to make sure we get stickers and tokens up on the website tonight, actually. Or this week. I need to get Christy, have her get it sorted. We have those in our possession now. We have stickers and tokens. And then hopefully we will have shirts up by the end of the week as well. I think I'm going to go ahead and stir here rather than expose my amulet potentially to like a Destructive Revelry or something along those lines. I mean, I guess I'm just taking another amulet here, right? Like Dub's amulet is pretty absurd. Yep. Gonna be too slow. Gonna be too slow. So I just like double amulet and hope to not die, right? Just like 100% the line. Just double amulet, hope not to die. I have to hope they don't get like 8 extra power here. A Tarkus command is +7. Do I wish to take 4 damage? No, no, I do not. Yeah, we actually got it up there today, Nivik. I have to add it to the website. Do we guaranteed win? I can't double Titan this turn, right? What's the calculus on the double Titan? So this, well, I don't have a double strike land in my deck, chat. There is not a double strike land in my deck. Yeah, we need 9 mana to Titan. I'm not 3 mana off of Titan. No, I am, right? I'm 2 mana. Yeah, 3 because I can make 6 that way. So I already have the Tolaria. Wait, I already have the Tolaria West, right? So I'm 1 mana off of another Titan, right? Because two bounce lands makes 8. Can I get enough mana to Hornet Queen? I don't think so. So this is definitely Stronghold plus Boros Garrison. And again, stack the Slayers Stronghold trigger second because Moto is bugged. Oh yeah, I guess I could just abrade the devil and then they can't kill my Titan with a lightning bolt, which is nice. And this is a problem. I boarded out one of my Emrakuls, which makes my Spinerock Knolls a lot less likely to hit, which is unfortunate. You also just like make this a 10. I think we just have to risk it here. This is like when you're testing this, like things to think about are like there's been positions where like having this build that I have right now has been good where the traditional build wouldn't be, but this is a spot where the traditional Amulet Titan would guaranteed kill them dead, and this build is not. This build I have to gamble, I think. And I think I'm pretty. It's pretty high, Tom. Like, every land you put in the deck, like, I already don't have a Radiant Fountain in the main deck of this deck, which I think I want to change. I kill this, it makes Pelt Collector bigger, but whatever. Yeah, I'm just gonna risk it here. Yeah, I believe I'm dead, right? Oh, I can still, I can get Vesuva plus Spinerock Knoll. Yeah. And then if the Spinerock hits an Emrakul, I'm fine. Mods, please start timing people out that keep implying I should be getting the double strike land. So just like not paying attention. I can't get EE for one. Yeah, they'll block it, but I'm gonna make my guy 10 power, and their guy has damage marked on it, so I'm still doing more than 7. So untap this, target this. So I get four looks with the hideaway land here. I can't. This you can only transmute at sorcery speed. So people saying that I can float mana inside of combat, that doesn't work. Alright, well, I mean, they have to top deck to kill me. I'm like, if that Worldspine Wurm would have been the Emrakul, I'd have won this. Yeah, Wurm means I'm not dead on board. Wurm means they need a top deck to kill me. It doesn't make white mana though. I have to activate the Slayers Stronghold again in order to kill them there. I did not pack for the Titan. No packs are currently on the stack. So I'm sure they drew something to kill us here, but you know, if they didn't, this is our line. Am I dead? Good games either way, opponent. I think boarding out the Emrakul was wrong. I think I should just never do that. I'm confused who won or lost. Dismember. Okay. I was like, what is going on? All right, sweet. We're 3-0. That was a somebody lost lockup for Magic Online, and I was unsure who was on the losing side. No, Moto's just always slow when somebody wins or loses. It's just how it works. Even when it's fresh and pippy. How do I like the list with Zakama? I think the non through the breach build should definitely have a Zakama in them. That card felt very reasonable. It's been popping up in a lot of the successful lists. I really like the Through the Breach Spinerock Knoll version. I like this build though. I wish it was better than an F&M deck. Hider, it literally won the Modern Classic at the Open this past weekend. It's top-aided Grand Prix. Like, this is one of the 50 decks in Modern that's perfectly reasonable. The many, many decks in Modern that it's reasonable. This is fine. Not amazing, but fine. Even Gruul Turf is fine here. Just make some land drops. Cast a Titan eventually. We are locked to 3-2 this league. We've got that going for us. Chef at Dunes in the 3-0 bracket. Oh god, Leonin Arbiter is actually really good against us. I don't know if I can play this deck anymore, chat. It's bad against Leonin Arbiter. I don't know if I can play a deck that's bad against Leonin Arbiter in good conscience. Hey, Severil, thank you for the 2-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. All right, so I totally just Azusa this turn, right? Like, not close. So this is a really small thing, but it's important to know if you want to play Amulet Titan. After I play this Azusa out, I want to make sure I play Tolaria West before Gruul Turf, because my opponent can only respond to my land drops if triggers happen. So if I played Gruul Turf before the Tolaria West, my opponent would have the ability to dismember or path my Azusa before I played my third land for the turn, whereas if I sequence the Tolaria West like I did, they don't get a chance to respond. Hey, Joyous Potato, thank you for the 9 months. I appreciate that, and welcome back. Thank you for the continued support. I think there's a good chance the second Grove in this deck should be a third basic for us. Just play more basics. Are the alert noises coming through? That's good. Yeah, Arena tomorrow should be sweet. I'm looking forward to it myself. Looking for an Amulet or an Emrakul here. These cards are none of those things. It's just an untapped dual land. It's technically a hate card against Death Shadow, but it's mostly just an untapped dual land because we really don't care about their health total when we kill them. I haven't played a land yet this turn. I could just take the Gemstone Mine here, honestly. Maybe the Tolaria West? Yeah, I'll just take the Tolaria West. Vesuva, copy Canopy. That's interesting. They're actually, like, people are making fun of the Brahmas here, but, like, we're actually under a pretty quick clock here, right? Like, this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 here. They've got us dead in 2. I guess even Emrakul is not good enough here, right? Going to 6 here. Woof. Woof. Alrighty. Well, before they had the Hero of Bladehold, I was gonna get to Worldspine Wurm them and leave back enough blockers to, like, not die. But with Worldspine, with Hero of Bladehold, I think we're dead. I don't have anything to do here, right? Yeah, very, very dead. This is just like, you know, like the opponent's just like had a reasonable aggro curve, and I literally just like didn't do anything for 4 turns, so we died. Yeah, it means we got top 16 at the tournament. We all lost money. And you know what? Again, on the play, I'm just going to board in this queen, but stay pretty linear. And then on the draw, I'll probably trim the explorers in an Azusa and like bring in a braids and fire spouts and stuff. Just packed for the Emrakul, duh. For people wondering why we didn't pact for Emrakul, please read Pact of Summoner's Pact, whatever that card's called. And all will be made clear. Don't worry. I never expect Twitch chat to know what tutors do. Hint, they basically never do. And hand is boop. This hand is also kind of boop, but I think I keep it. Oh, you know what? I'm supposed to put the Gruul Turf into play here, probably. I guess it doesn't matter. I can play the Spinerock Knoll next turn. I'll probably start with Ancient Stirrings and see where we go from there. Ancient Stirrings also helps us find Emrakul in this deck, which is nice. It's like never beating a Ghost Quarter. Okay. That means I could potentially beat a Ghost Quarter. Of course, if I find an Amulet this turn, I could breach them next turn. So I think I'm just not going to play around Ghost Quarter here. I'm going to concede to a Wasteland here. No Wasteland, that's a good start. So we're 2 turns off of Emrakul doing a thing. So we're going to go ahead and just Khalni Garden here and pass the turn, I think. And then we'll untap Gemstone Mine, breach Emrakul. No, packs have color identity. And the same color identity as the mana you pay for them. Another Hero Blade hold. I do, actually. All right, so I'm actually better off using Worldspine Wurm here, right? Because if I Titan them, they keep the Hero Blade hold and they kill me in 2 with it. Oh, I can't tutor with the cat and play. Yep. Yeah, I forgot about that. Listen, has anything on this stream ever implied that I understand how this card works? You ever watch anything on this stream that implies I understand how the Owner Arbiter works, chat? Hey, there's no way they don't just keep this Hero Blade hold. And it's their chip in a chair. Need to hit an untapped land here to play a Primeval Titan. Okay, you know, sure, yep, results. Now I just get Hornet Queen, right? Right? It's like not close. Queen me up, Scotty. Yep, I have a Tolaria West to get another Titan down the line. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Ho, 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 Holy crap, Modern. Holy gosh. Oh man. All right, I've got 1 engineered explosives in my deck. I've got 1 engineered explosives in my deck. I need 2 mana to blow it up. I don't have 2 mana. I need to draw it because I need mana to blow it up, chat. Yeah, we're 1 short. We can play the Amulet, play the bounce land. Good game's opponent. Their deck is sweet. Their deck is sweet. Got a lot of neat things going on there. Hero Blade Hold too strong. Oh, see, I understand now, chat. That's the deck they're protecting us from. If Stoneforge Mystic was in Modern, Hero of Blade Hold would be oppressive. It's just that's what we need to be protected from. They knew what was best for us all along, chat. Slow and steady. Well, all I'm going to say is the person who attacked with Emrakul didn't win that game, but the person who attacked with Hero Bladehold did. So obviously we know where the staples are. Looking for Karus and amulets. Karus and amulets. Karu. Hardened scales. Okay, that's a matchup I'm definitely interested in seeing. Ooh. Found a piece of candy, chat. Found a piece of candy. Nummy candy. Pretty sure I want to just bounce the Gemstone Mine. Looking for some more Karus here. That's pretty unfortunate. They had more lands, we just took them away. Man, this Emrakul just, like, really wants to be our friend, huh? Yeah, there's no reason Green Selesnya should be banned other than there are a bunch of cards in the modern ban list that the only reason they're banned is because people are terrified of change. So they've always been banned, so like people don't want things to be different. Stoneforge Mystic being banned in Modern right now is the same thing as if we banned Smuggler's Copter and Reflector Mage in Modern because they were banned in Standard. That's why Stoneforge Mystic is banned in Modern. Stoneforge Mystic is banned in Modern because it was too good in Standard, and people had that trauma, that memory left over, and didn't want to play with it when this became a new format. It leads to somewhat repetitive play patterns in one very specific kind of deck. When people talk about well, Green Sun Zenith would be too good in which decks, right? Like it would put a new deck on the map, basically. Yeah, I don't think a lot of the existing Court of Calling decks want Green Sun Zenith in them. Yeah. Well, Bloodbraid was legal in Modern for a time. I think there's a strong argument to be made that Bloodbraid Elf died for Deathrite Shaman sins. And Jace was banned from the start just like Stoneforge Mystic. This deck would love Green Sun Zenith. Both the Primeval Titan decks would like Green Sun Zenith. I feel like we're kind of dead here, huh? Or like don't really have a lot going on. I don't think Bogles would like Green Sun Zenith. Bogles can already play Silhana Ledgewalker, and they don't. Yeah, we're pretty dead here. Oh, that's true. This deck like might not even want Green Sun Zenith because you can't do Tolaria West shenanigans with it. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. Huh. That's really interesting to point out, actually. Yeah, much from the Azuzas. I'm actually not sure that elves would want Green Sun Zenith either. I'm a big fan of the 4 Collected Company, 4 Lead the Stampede build of elves in Modern, and you can't just put a bunch more non-creature spells in that deck without making those cards pretty significantly worse. So I'm not sure that I agree with the line of thought that like elves wants Green Sun Zenith either. Like maybe there's a new build of elves that would leverage it, but I think the existing elves deck just wants to like be fast and have critical mass. Infect might be a deck that could really want it. I could see that. Ice Darl Jing, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support there. I appreciate that. Thanks for keeping me employed with that. Just gonna put a Gemstone Mine under here. But Green Stompy wants Green Sun Zenith. Maybe. See, the card's kind of slow, right? Like, Modern's a format that's about tempo and resource efficiency, and paying an extra mana to do things isn't really resource efficient. Doesn't really generate you tempo. I mean, even Todd Stevens doesn't show up playing Green-White Ducks in Modern anymore. Seems like he understands that they're not particularly good. Can't remember the last time I saw him register that at an open. He's played Tron, some random Bant deck, some blue-white control. Glimpse is pretty degenerate and should stay banned. Any cards that enable degenerate things to happen before turn 4 should stay on the ban list, in my opinion. Yeah, Standard's completely different, though. Standard's a format where, like, playing mopey 3 and 4 mana things is, like, game-winning. I'm just doing this. I don't think I want to Broken Bond anything in play. Yeah, like Chrome Mox. Exactly. Glimpse of Nature. The one that's banned currently. Green Sun Zenith was banned once upon a time. Green Sun Zenith was banned, was legal once upon a time. Green Sun Zenith was banned because of Cloud Post. They sacrificed their land to proliferate their Hangerback Walker. That seems aggressive. It's still pretty degenerate, Gengar. Thanks, Boz. I'm of the opinion that pure power level isn't the only reason things should be banned in formats, though. While enjoyable play experience is definitely something that's subjective, I think there are some measurements we can define through which these things are better or worse than other things that create more enjoyable play experiences on average for more people. So, like, I think there's cards like, let's what's a good example? Punishing Fire and Umezawa's Jite. These are cards that, like, on a pure power level perspective, you could probably make an argument that they're not more powerful than some of the other things that happen in Modern, but from an enjoyable gameplay perspective, I think on average, most people find the gameplay that those cards would create very tedious and annoying. Yes, that is exactly right, Nerdster. Completely agree. So I'm gonna go get Titan here. Titan's gonna grab me a bounce land and an untapped land here, probably Ghost Quarter. And then this bounce land's gonna pick Ghost Quarter up. And then I will go Ghost Quarter, Gemstone Mine, and then Broken Bond, the Steel Overseer here. How can I hear you say Umezawa's Jurgit if they don't unban it in Modern? Asking the real question. So I have 8, 9, 10, 11 mana currently. Yeah, they were a little aggressive with their Throne of Gifts this game. Yeah, one of the Amulet Titan decks from the Classic this weekend had 2 Broken Bonds on the sideboard. Seems sweet, so I wanted to try them out. My poor little baby Primeval Titan here. Just much smaller than the Sangerback Walker. I'm just gonna take this Emrakul. So this Emrakul gets me 4 mana, which means I can cast Emrakul next turn. So I'm just gonna go ahead and attack him in here. And he just uses this as a ramp spell. Hornet Queen's good, assuming that they don't have Walking Ballista going. I'm of the opinion that Modern is more fun without powerful cantrips. Powerful cantrips lead to overly redundant gameplay, which tends to become tedious. Can you not target the same lands with both bounce lands? So the bounce land effect doesn't target. It just says when this resolves, pick something up. So we've got, this is the last match in this league here. This game looks to be going okay for us. And then we've got one more game in this match, and then we're gonna wrap today up with a League of Chad Nauseum, which is Ad Nauseum featuring Gideon. Sure, you have a walking ballista. Alright, ballista's a little too late. I'm gold 2 or gold 3 on the Warhammer ladder. Somewhere in there. I believe if I float 15, it just auto-casts this when I tap. Yeah. Remember, I get to take another turn after this attack, which is great. Yeah, I don't know that they beat the flying spaghetti monster here exactly, but we're gonna try and think about it and try. What's your argument for why Knight of the Reliquary is bad? It's a 3-mana card that doesn't create a sizable impact to the board state. That's basically what it comes down to. Just like Modern. Modern's a format that's very about being fast and efficient, and that card is neither of those things. I knew that. I knew that. I knew I could go get engineered explosives. I totally saw that line. That's something that I realized I could do. Run it back. I think I'm gonna run it back. Do I want these through the breaches? I'm uncertain if I want these breaches or not. Yeah, the Emmy for a board sweeper seems potentially really good. Are these Sakura-Tribe Scouts actually good in this matchup? I almost feel like they're not, right? The green-black deck was fine. I think if you really like casting Thoughtseize and Tarmogoyf, it's the best shell for doing that, but I don't know that it's a deck that I would play again in another tournament. I don't know that I want to show up to a modern tournament and play something that's that incredibly fair, basically. think I'm gonna work on different combo decks that kind of strike my fancy. This is actually a deck I'm interested in potentially playing some more for the Invitational. Hey, Crazy Raptor, thanks for the support. I appreciate it. Thanks for the biddies. I don't even think Too Fair is true Nerdster, right? Like green black, green black won the Modern Challenge. It more comes down to perspective than anything, I think. Like I just personally don't enjoy. I enjoy the play patterns of something that's more proactive in Modern than the control decks. Because, like, anybody saying the control decks aren't good enough in Modern, I think they're just, like, they're either oblivious or just trying to be confrontational, right? Like, Jeskai and Blue-White Control just, like, constantly are putting up good results. And there's various green-black rock decks everywhere. Gosh, Steel Overseer, I thought a way to remove it is, like, really scary. I mean, Blue-White is a deck changed, Pikes. Like, Blue-White gained a ton of tools recently. It gained Terminus, it gained Opt, it gained Teferi, it gained Search for Azcanta. Like, as decks change, my opinions on them grow and change, especially as I gain more experience with them. There's a reason why, even when I'm not a huge fan of things, I go back and I revisit them very consistently. Wow, that's brutal, because these Gruul Turfs don't even make colors anymore, so I can't explosives. Modern's not a format where things are just like better and worse than other things most of the time. Modern's a format where the answer to most things is just like it's different. I think Blue, White, and Jeskai do different things in different matchups. Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment, proxy damage. I'd have a hard time coming up with another deck in Modern that, like, in the time period that Blue-White has picked up new tools, picked up as many good tools as Blue-White did. Like, there are a lot of really good ones in there. Taking a lot of damages pretty quickly here. So I'm gonna Azusa, and then because I can't play and kill this thing this turn anyway, so I might as well like play Azusa and ramp, right? I don't think so, Isu. I don't think that deck needs help in the grindy matchups. I think like a couple more counterspells are like probably fine, but in general that deck's pretty good against decks that are trying to grind. That has like Bedlam Revelers and Pyromancer Ascension, just a ton of things that let you draw a lot of cards and find all of your important cards. In the matches with Thing Ascension where you have enough time to find your cards that matter, you're like going to find them every game. So comments like that, Lazy Titan, just like aren't particularly useful or constructive, so I went ahead and timed you out. Just like talking about things we can't play around just like isn't useful for anybody. Like it's a lot of magic. We're dead to a lot of things at a lot of given points. Unless you can like bring up a reasonable topic of like we can play around this thing in a given way, just like saying, oh, we're dead, just like it's just like wasted brain power. Yeah. Terminus, you are correct. Terminus is a card that's been legal in the format for a long time, but it got more enablers for it recently. Opt and Jace are the reasons why Terminus is a card that's now seeing play. Without those cards, Terminus is much worse. So we're taking like 6 points here. I need to stop boarding out this stupid Worldspine Wurm. If I had a Wurm here, we could be okay. Maybe just getting Titan is good enough. Am I dead? Am I dead? This is, yeah, I'm dead, right? Pretty sure we're dead. Yeah. Yeah, good games, opponent. They just sack the Arcbone Worker, put some counters over here and shoot us. Honestly, I should probably play more Hardened Scales. That deck's really good. Of course, it's like really bad. It's a problem. So the problem with Hardened Scales is that like this deck is really bad against the decks that like good players like to play. Good modern players often like favor all the grinders and stuff like that. Favor the Celestial Colonnade decks. It's just like playing a dog that the better play. Playing a deck that's a dog to the decks the better players like to play is generally not a great spot to be if you're looking to win the tournament. Amulet Titan. A Braid's really good in the sideboard of this deck. That's a card that like consistently overperforms basically everywhere in Modern. The more I play with the Spinerock Knoll version, the more I remember why I really liked it. I think it solves some of the problems that you have as far as like the faster combo decks, and it's a card that allows you to like kind of get people in spots that you wouldn't normally be able to get them with like random Breach Emrakuls. As far as the mana base in this deck is concerned, I think I should probably turn the second Grove into another basic forest. Of course, maybe I don't have enough red to do that. So if I cut the Grove, I only have 12 red sources, but that's probably fine with Ancient Stirrings to help me find red sources. Like, adds a little bit of red density in a roundabout way to the deck because we see more of our land cards with Ancient Stirrings. I'm not sure if I'm sold on Broken Bond in the sideboard or not. The fact that, like, it has an Explorer effect stapled onto it is, like, kind of nice, but I'm also, like, not sure that that's worth giving up the utility of something like Seal of Primordium, where you can kind of play it out proactively against Blood Moon and also kind of put your mana in up front to kind of control the timing better against things like, you know, Inkmoth Nexus or other creature lands and stuff like that. All right, what are we doing next here? We're gonna play some Chad Nauseum to wrap the day up here. Kent had some adult stuff he had to go take care of. He is currently on the job hunt out in the Seattle area, so he's responding and making some phone calls and stuff like that, I believe, at the moment.